Hi guys, it's me Zach. I'm doing this live stream again, our commentary, and the next one might be on Christmas or Monday. So yeah, so let's get started.
Just a warning, the video may contain some spoilers in it, or you might not understand the video if you don't watch My Little Pony, or haven't seen all 5 seasons of My Little Pony and all 3 of the movies. Okay, we got Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, Princess Cadence, and the newest princess in Equestria, Princess Twilight Sparkle. Oh, wait a minute, here comes another princess. Princess Sunset Shimmer? Bet you didn't see this coming.
We're on the theory territory today, and this shit 2 days ago I'm live. That'll be too long, so I have to destroy it.
Some of us thought that Princess Twilight was going to be the last princess of Equestria, but nope, we were all wrong, because a new princess has awakened. Hold on to your horses, because things are about to get wild.
We're doing 3.
Before we start, I just want to say that I don't own any of the images or music I used in the video.
Me either.
Now, with that out of the way, let's get started. Sunset Shimmer is a character that was first introduced in the movie Equestria Girls Hasbro released back in 2013. She is not a part of the My Little Pony series, and she's a character that is only found in the Equestria Girls movie series. When the My Past Is Not Today music video was released after the movie Rainbow Rocks, people have been questioning whether Sunset Shimmer is also an Alicorn princess now, like Twilight. Ever since I saw the Brony Notions video on Sunset Shimmer possibly being a princess, and the newest
I almost did that video, but I was like, it's a little too short.
Friendship games that came out not too long ago, I'm starting to think that all the people saying that are right. And I have found some evidence that
Oh, she also retweeted my tweet once.
everybody's theories
tweets.
are correct, and that Sunset Shimmer is indeed a princess.
Right.
I also found some extra things that no one has really talked about or noticed that brings up some interesting thoughts and questions. To start off, a pony must have wings and a horn in order to be an alicorn. We already know that Sunset Shimmer is a unicorn because in the first movie, Equestria Girls, she is shown as a pony in the beginning of the movie. But ever since the music video My Past Is Not Today, there has been some theories and questions about if Sunset Shimmer turned into a princess in the music video. Because at the end of the music video, magic sparkles fly around her and she is lifted into the air, just like Twilight Sparkle when she was transforming into a princess. And then out pops a fiery tail and wings. But this wasn't the only time she was shown with wings. In the newest movie, Equestria Girls Friendship Games, we see it happen again, only this time, she is shown with both wings and a horn. This officially proves that Sunset Shimmer is already an alicorn. Now, the question is, when did she transform into one? Well, my answer to that is, she transformed into an alicorn in the music video. How do I know this, you ask? Look at the outfit she's wearing, the date of the video was uploaded, and the title of the music video. It says, My Past Is Not Today, Rainbow Rocks. But the outfit she's wearing in the music video is different than the one she wears in the movie. Instead, it's the outfit she wears in the third movie. Also, if you look at the date the movie Rainbow Rocks was released, it was September 27, 2014. Then, the music video was uploaded on Hasbro Studio Shorts channel on YouTube on April 2nd, 2015. And then Friendship Games released this year on September 17th.
Last year, I
it makes
got
sense
rid of
because
it,
the timeline fits in order
I
for my
got
theory
rid
to
of
be correct if Sunset Shimmer's transformation did occur in the music video in between the movies. Although, the dates isn't the only thing that proves my theory is correct. Sunset Shimmer didn't get wings when she transformed near the end of the movie Rainbow Rocks. So we know the transformation into an alicorn princess hasn't occurred yet. Then, in the next movie, we see her with both wings and a horn. And the only thing
That's so what everybody's on megaphone on my theory.
Is the music video My Past Is Not Today. Okay, so we know that Sunset Shimmer is definitely a princess and when she turned into one. But just how powerful is she? This leads me to the extra things I noticed in the movie Friendship Games that I mentioned I would be talking about in the beginning of this video. Notice how there are 2 stars at the end of the movie Friendship Games. As the sun
I thought it was a reference to
the red
Disney.
one forms into star, which obviously represents Sunset Shimmer because she's like a phoenix, as said in the lyrics for the music video. It's red, and the sun is setting, like her name.
You fake his cartoon.
The other appears after the red one does, and it's purple, so it's most likely Twilight's. Look at how much bigger Sunset Shimmer's star is. It's almost twice as big as Twilight's. This leads me to my next thought, that Sunset Shimmer is possibly more powerful than Twilight. I think that if Sunset Shimmer were to go to Equestria, she would replace Celestia because Celestia is the sun, and Sunset Shimmer is like the sun. And Twilight would replace Luna because she is like the night. And then Starlight Glimmer would possibly replace Cadence? Not quite sure about that part yet, but it's still an interesting thought.
Starlight's
The backstory of Sunset Shimmer is also very interesting in the comic, The Fall of Sunset Shimmer. Some people say it is canon and some people say it's not, so I'm not sure if I can include this as a part of my theory. But even if it was proved not to be canon, the story would still be very accurate because it sounds very accurate and it fits into the story. Basically, Sunset Shimmer is one of Celestia's students, and she sees herself as an alicorn princess in the mirror. And she finds information about the mirror later on, and that she could become as powerful as an alicorn princess, or even more powerful than Celestia, and could even possibly rule over Equestria. This all adds up to Sunset Shimmer is indeed a princess, and that she is possibly the most
powerful princess
in the whole universe. But that's just a theory. Milo Pony Friendship is
Tragic theory.
Oh, wait a minute. That's already a thing. Anyways, thanks for watching my very first theory video. I hope you liked it and learned something new from it.
I think I'm actually going in order of our videos. I think I should check.
Tell me your own theories and comment on interesting findings. And remember, be cool, be chill, and stay awesome. Twilight Sparkle was already an alicorn before she was one. Yes, you heard me right. She was an alicorn before she was an alicorn. Confused? You should be. One day, when I was rewatching one of the Milo Pony episodes, Princess Twilight Sparkle, Season 4, Episode 1 and 2 to be exact, I noticed something strange. In the scene where Twilight has to turn the potion from purple to white, Sakura tells Twilight that she needs to use alicorn magic in order to do so. From my home, I've had to leave. The forest has grown too wild even for me. Any idea why all this is happening? I'm afraid it is a mystery to me as well. But I may have something that is combined with a spell.
But why is the core half? That should be a theory on its own. AKA a film theory.
Princess Twilight, you can turn the potion from purple to white. After sipping, you may see why the sky is day and night. I'm afraid it is a mystery to me as well, but I may have something that is combined with a spell. I do not dare to use it myself. The results would be tragic. It only responds to alicorn magic. Take a look at the color of the magic. Does it remind you of something? Does it look familiar? Where did you learn to do that? That was a little trick Celestia taught me. This scene is from Season 3, Episode episode 1 and 2, the Crystal Empire episodes, before she became an alicorn later on in the season. They look and are exactly the same. The problem is, how was she able to use that magic?
Because she's about to become a princess in 13 weeks.
Now, I know what you're all thinking. But Kelly, according to Celestia back in Season 3, Episode 1 and 2, when she explains the Crystal Empire hope and love, hate and fear spell part, she used alicorn magic and said it's powered by hate and fear. The Empire is filled with hope and love. Those things are reflected across all of Equestria. Hatred and fear take hold. So it wouldn't matter if Twilight wasn't an alicorn when she used the spell, because alicorn magic is not powered by whether you're an alicorn or not, it's powered by hate and fear. Well, here's my response to that. But if it is powered by hate and fear, like Celestia said, then why is it called alicorn magic? And why did Twilight look at her horn and wings, implying that she needed to physically be an alicorn in order to perform the spell, when she was perfectly able to use it earlier before she became an alicorn without any trouble whatsoever? Now, bear with me, because this is where things start to get a little confusing. Here's what I think. In my explanation as to how I think this is possible, and how she was able to use alicorn magic before she became an alicorn. She was already as powerful as an alicorn on the inside.
As powerful as an alicorn?
As
powerful as an alicorn?
Alicorn magic comes from the heart. You might be confused. Let me explain. When Twilight was transforming into a princess in Season 3, Episode 13, Magical Mystery Cure, the magic came out of her heart. Some people think that it was Celestia who transformed her into an alicorn, but they're wrong. Celestia didn't do anything. She just stood there and watched Twilight's transformation happen right in front of her eyes. Besides, look at the color of the magic. It's purple, like Twilight. Also, if you look at the picture of where a real pony's heart is located, it's in the center of the front of the body, which is the exact location where the magic came out of Twilight, from her heart. More proof of the magic coming from her heart is in the meaning of friendship itself. Twilight represents friendship, which comes from the heart and is about emotions and feelings. So it would make sense as to why the magic would come out of her heart.
Hate and fear.
All of the lessons
anger and fear.
Friendship grew inside of her, and eventually came out and physically transformed her into something she already was on the inside, an alicorn inside her heart. It also makes sense because this entire show is about how friendship equals magic. They are one and the same thing. So when Twilight learned about friendship, not only
they need to give us a hardcore PG rating. It's not. It's just the hardcore, bro. Hardcore. Sorry, I had to do the reference. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hey, I don't want to get copyrighted now, 'cause I'm Batman and a Batman now.
But wait, there's more. Not only
wait, there's more.
That grows inside Tony's heart, but it's also the most powerful magic of all. So it would make sense why the magic of friendship that grew inside
magic of
Twilight
taking the bathroom
transformed her into an alicorn, because alicorns are powerful, just like the magic of friendship.
Don't play the song. The magic of all. The magic of friendship. Heart.
Twilight was able to use alicorn magic before she physically became one, because she already had the magic of friendship inside of her, and therefore was already as powerful. Now, some of you might be wondering, why do I keep saying before she physically became one? The reason why I keep saying physically is because I believe that in order to become as powerful as an alicorn on the inside, you need to have the non-physical traits of an alicorn. know that the physical traits of an alicorn is the wings and the horns. But what are the non-physical traits? Well, we know that one of the non-physical traits he must have in order to become as powerful as an alicorn is the magic of friendship. But I also found something else you need to have in order to have the non-physical traits of an alicorn. According to Princess Celestia, Season 3, Episode 13, you need to display the 6 traits. Since you come to Ponyville, you display the charity, compassion, devotion, integrity, optimism, and of course, the leadership of a true princess. Charity, compassion, devotion, integrity, autism, and leadership. The 6 traits that Celestia said is what you need in order to have the
Become a brony.
Celestia also said that ever since she came to Ponyville, she's displayed the 6 traits. So that means Twilight would have had to display the 6 traits before she used the Alicorn magic in Season 3, Episode 1 and 2, because she would be as powerful as an Alicorn on the inside already before that episode. So now we need to know when she came over and not physically became an Alicorn. All the way up to the end of Season 2. Before I tell you guys what episode she displayed each trait in, I will give you a definition for each trait. Then I will reveal the episode and why I think I tried to make the same episode for more than one of the traits, but it's not easy to not have the crossovers. First, let's start with leadership. According to Google, leadership is the action of leading a group of people or an organization. Leadership just kind of came naturally to Twilight, and she already had it from the very beginning. But an episode where she showed it the most would have to be either Season 1, Episode 1 and 2, or Season 2, Episode 1 and 2. She told her friends what to do and always knew how to solve the problem in front of her, no matter what was in her way. It was obvious from the very first episode that she was supposed to be the leader of her friends when you saw the big crown on her head and how it was different from her friends' necklaces. Twilight is the most powerful and the smartest out of all of her friends, and it was very clear from the very start. She grew from Season 1 to Season 2, and she already had this trait from the very beginning. An episode that best shows how she learned to be an even better leader was in Season 2, Episode 20, It's About Time. She learned that you have to be calm and collected in order to be a great leader. Next one, devotion. Love, loyalty, or enthusiasm for a person, activity, or cause. This one was a little hard to find. Twilight loves her friends, and she also loves her brother, which you see in the Season 2 finale. But she doesn't really have a specific
Wait, she has a brother? Wait, that was my... Wait, she has a brother?
The only episode where Twilight shows this trait a lot is in the
That is...
2 finale and in Season 2, Episode 4, Lunar Eclipse. Twilight was loyal to the princess, even when everyone else was scared of her.
What do you mean? It's Best Princess.
A good episode that demonstrates her devotion.
She trusts you.
Twilight was still loyal and tried to help Princess Luna, even when everyone else hid from her, was scared of her. It didn't show love towards her at all. Twilight stood up for her and helped her when nobody else would. She was also really enthusiastic about the whole Nightmare Night event too. Next up, charity. The voluntary of giving help, typically in the form of money, to those in need. In Season 1, Episode 3, Twilight learns that one of the best parts about having friends is that you can share things with them. Twilight is very helpful with her friends in general as well. She always shows this trait in other episodes too, such as the episode Lunar Eclipse. But because I'm trying not to overlap and use the same episodes as before, I'm gonna go with Season 1, Episode 3, the Ticketmaster episode. Next up, autism. Hopefulness and confidence about the future or the successful outcome of something. This one was also kind of tricky because I'm trying not to reuse episodes, and she shows autism in a lot of the episodes. But the episode I found to be the one where she shows the most autism is in the episode Dragonshy from Season 1, Episode 3. She learned that she should never lose faith no matter what the circumstances. In some of the other episodes, she learns that she should have confidence in herself and in the future of Equestria. Next one is compassion. sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others. Twilight was always concerned for her friends and her brother, as seen in the Canterlot wedding episodes. So it's really hard to choose just one episode, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the Canterlot wedding episodes, even if I used them already, because that's the episode where she shows the most compassion. Lastly, integrity. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. Season 2, episode 25 and 26, Canterlot Wedding. She shows this trait the most. Twilight stood up for what she believed in. She was honest about Cadence to her friends. Even when her friends and Princess Celestia didn't believe her, she still stood up for what she thought was right. She learned to be honest with herself and her friends, even when time was tough. So there you have it, when and which episode she displayed each trait in. So, to sum up my whole entire theory, it's the non-physical trait that transforms the pony physically into an alicorn. And alicorn magic comes from the heart.
I really forgot what video I was actually watching. I physically totally forgot.
In order to become an alicorn. Then again, that's just a theory. My little pony friendship is magic theory. Phew, this theory was a mouthful. I hope you guys understood it all. I tried my best to keep it as simplistic and understandable as possible. Even if you didn't understand it, that's okay. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this theory video and learned something new from it. If I missed anything that I could have added in the video, let me know in the comments below. Tell me your own theories and comment on your interesting findings. And remember, be cool, be chill, and stay awesome. The Cutie Mark Crusaders don't just have one cutie mark, but two. Yes, they have two cutie marks, and in today's episode, I'm going to prove it to you. Ever since I saw the episode Crusaders of the Lost Mark from Season 5, Episode 18, the episode where the Cutie Mark Crusaders get their cutie marks, something just didn't sit right with me. People have said that this episode made them cry and made them feel emotional and proud of the Cutie Mark Crusaders achieving their goals of getting their cutie marks, but I can never seem to relate to all those people for some reason. No matter how many times I watch the episode, I never get any of the feelings other people get when they see the scene when they get their cutie marks. It just doesn't feel like the Crusaders achieved much to me, and I was never able to feel the sadness and proudness of the Crusaders that other people were feeling. At first, I thought that there was something wrong with me because I couldn't get emotional with the episode, but then that couldn't be right since I'm a sensitive, emotional person, and any slight sad movie or video or episode of it can make me cry. So there has to be something wrong with the episode itself.
It's in the top 10, not the top.
It feels like the episode was rushed, not very well written, and a bit unfinished. When I imagined the Cutie Mark Crusaders getting their cutie marks, I never expected them to get their cutie marks in the same exact thing at the same time. It was something that actually surprised me, and that didn't fulfill my expectations. It's something I wasn't hoping for like many other people. I didn't think that they would be going anywhere with the theme of the Crusaders helping other ponies get their cutie marks and figure out who they were. And Hasbro really surprised me when they did take that direction. Although, maybe Hasbro wanted to surprise us and make us think they would get their cutie marks in one thing, when really it was going to be something different than what they all made us think. I really thought that they would get their cutie marks separately in different episodes, and would eventually lead up to a finale type episode where one Crusader still doesn't have their cutie marks, and their friendship would be in danger, and it would cause some sort of conflict, or that they would get their cutie marks in a season finale special or something like that. It really seemed like Apple Bloom was going to get some sort of potion making, construction, or dancing cutie mark. Sweetie Belle was going to get a singing or music related cutie mark, and Scootaloo was going to get a racing, scootering, or daredevil cutie mark. Hasbro had so many opportunities to make an excellent, well-written episode for the Crusaders, and instead, they decided to make what I thought to be a poorly written, rushed, missed opportunity easy route to making a cheap, no-good episode. They could have expanded on them focusing on getting their own cutie marks and finding their own individual talents. But instead, they chose to focus on them all getting their cutie marks at the same time. In the episode Bloom and Gloom from Season 5, Episode 4, where Apple Bloom is worried about getting a cutie mark in something she wouldn't like and saw how the others were having the same problem, except it was focused on talents who already knew or thought they were going to get their cutie marks in. Apple Bloom's talent was the only one that everyone was not so sure about. They really could have expanded on that idea and had an episode where Apple Bloom is the last one to get her cutie mark, just like how Applejack was the last one in her class to get hers.
You know, I was the last pony in my class to get a cutie mark, and I couldn't be prouder of it. I knew my future was to run Sweet Apple Acres, and these bright shiny apples sealed the deal. Come to think of it, Granny Smith was the last one in her class, too. Same with Big Macintosh. I really don't see how that's supposed to make me feel better. It probably means that being the last one in your class to get a cutie mark runs the family.
Not only do I really dislike the way the episode was written, but I also really dislike the way their cutie marks are designed, especially the color.
That gave us a jump scare when I watched that, not this episode, but the Season 6 episode.
Now, don't get me wrong.
It jump scared me that they had cutie marks.
All you want, but this is just my opinion, so please don't take it the wrong way. Believing that this is the Crusaders' fates and talents just wasn't good enough for me. I didn't want to believe it, so I went looking for another possible answer. Then, a very interesting thought popped up in my mind. What if the Cutie Mark Crusaders had two talents? Two cutie marks. The more I started looking into it, the more I was actually found evidence to back it up, and the more I was persuaded that this was the answer I had been looking for all along. I found this one website where this one person took the cutie marks and recolored them to make them look nicer. She also made each of their individual symbols in the middle of them recolored to match each pony's color scheme. Cool, right? They look so much better than the originals. Then, when looking at the ones she recolored, this one thought popped up in my mind. When recoloring the symbols inside of their cutie marks, they look as if they could be their actual cutie marks. If they never got the cutie marks they have now, I bet these would be the ones they would have instead. If they never met each other, then their cutie marks would be different, and they would have these cutie marks instead of these ones. It's almost as if the symbols are a separate cutie mark, separate from the elven part. Now I know what some of you are thinking. They don't have two cutie marks. It doesn't even look like two cutie marks. Here's my response to that. It may not look like two cutie marks, but that doesn't mean that it's not. In other words, there's no proof that it isn't two cutie marks. You just got to look at their cutie marks in the right way. Then you will see what I see. Think about it this way. Their cutie mark as a whole is one, and then the symbol inside of their cutie marks is the second one. Although from first look, it looks like they only have one. But if you take away the elven part that unites them as one, then it looks like a totally new and separate cutie mark. It makes sense because when you think about it, the Crusaders' talent is helping other ponies find their true talent, but only when they are together. And their cutie marks look really similar, almost exactly the same except for one small difference. And these differences are what really defines their second talent, the symbols inside each of them. Sweetie Belle's is a star with a note inside which represents her second talent, singing. Apple Bloom is an apple with a heart inside representing her second talent, which I think is making things grow. And then Scootaloo's is a wing with a thunderbolt inside representing her second talent, speed, and her skills on the scooter. Each one of them has its own secondary unique talent, and their primary talent, which is helping other ponies find their identity and their cutie marks. Except I think that the Cutie Mark Crusaders haven't figured out their secondary talent yet, and hopefully they will find it in a future episode. Just because we haven't seen it happen before doesn't mean it's not possible. It is a world full of magic after all, so anything is possible. Besides, we've seen something similar like this happen before, where most people thought Celestia and Luna were born alicorns when later on in Season 6, Episode 1 and 2, the crystalline episode, it was proven to be wrong, with Celestia and Luna making a comment on the newborn alicorn Flurry Heart, saying how they've never seen anything like it before. The birth of an alicorn,
which she has never seen. not even arguing.
Similar to how Miss Shirley said she's never seen two cutie marks before in the episode The Cutie Talks from season 2, episode 6.
Another cutie mark? Huh. I guess that last trick was a lot of cutie laughs. Those cutie marks are fake. What? No, they're not. Miss Shirley, have you ever heard of a pony with two cutie marks? I must say that I never had.
Although the cutie marks are fake in that episode, Apple Bloom was still perfectly capable of performing more than one talent at a time. 3 talents, however, is when things started to become problematic.
Precious Blue, what is all that awful? Nothing? Great cutie marks. Help me.
This episode doesn't prove that having more than one cutie mark is real, but it does prove that having 2 talents is a possibility. Remember, cutie marks represents your special talents and what makes you different from other ponies. But that doesn't necessarily mean that some pony can't have more than one cutie mark or talent. Some of us humans have more than one talent, but have certain talents that shine more brightly than the others. But if a pony has more than one special talent that goes hand in hand or is equal to another talent, then it's possible to have more than one cutie mark. Take a pony named Devonport, for example. Some of you may say that it's not 2 cutie marks, it's just 1 cutie mark with 2 items representing that one talent. But when compared to the other cutie marks that have more than 1 item as their cutie mark, the 2 items go together to create 1 item. But the one you see here is different. It has 2 items which are both really different and is clearly 2 cutie marks. Both are very different from one another and very different talents. The symbols are spread apart like they are separate from each other. And plus, in season 3, episode 13, when Twilight sings her song, if you look closely at the sign, it indicates more than 1 item that he sells: couches and quills. Now I know what some of you are thinking now, but if it is possible to have more than 1 cutie mark, then how come we don't see many ponies with more than 1 cutie mark? Well, the reason for that is because it's rare. Think of it this way. We have seen how ponies earn their cutie marks many times throughout the show, and the way other ponies earned their cutie mark was way different than how the Crusaders earned theirs. Usually, when a pony earns her cutie mark, their flank starts to glow and shine, then a mark appears. But when it came to the Crusaders, it was much, much more dramatic. And instead of it just appearing on their flanks, they were all raised up into the air and magic started to fly around them. Much like Twilight's transformation and how alicorns are rare. Rare magic that only appears when something powerful comes out of the ponies. 2 talents is rare and powerful, which is why we don't see it very often in the show. And although some cutie marks may look like 1 cutie mark, even if there are 2 symbols on their flank, it could mean that they too have 2 cutie marks, just like the Crusaders. And all this time we thought it was just 1 cutie mark. Remember, ponies come in all different shapes, colors, and sizes and races, and they all have different unique cutie marks. Some come in 3s or 2s, or some of them are just 1 symbol. But that doesn't mean that they can't have more than 1 cutie mark. But then again, that's just a theory. A My Little Pony Friendship is Magic theory. Thanks for patiently waiting for my next theory video. This one took a lot longer than expected, and there was a lot to think about, but I finally organized everything and finished it. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember to be cool, be chill, and stay awesome.
So yeah, guys. That's the end of the video. I will see you later. Bye, guys.